Special thanks to Maria in Lyon. Close your eyes. Imagine you're flying. Oh no, a goose! Kaboom!
Rusty Quill presents Stella Firma.
A man that I know, and he has to go to the town to buy some gin for me. There's a man who is worth even 3 other men. His name is Drexelgeistman. There is a plan that he has for us soul. It involves falling on the floor in a small ball and saying, "Oh, Mr. Geistman, you are the best that we know." Chorus line.
Drexel, we've got to do our jobs right now, and did you know that there are more clones than people
David, can you
on
please
this
stop messing
station?
around?
What? No, okay, fine.
The song time was earlier, and now it's done. Let's get to work.
But as I was singing, look,
Singing?
yes, but look,
Singing?
no,
Sort of
but
talk
Drexel,
singing.
Drexel.
So that kind of singing where people are in the audience being like, "This is a cop-out. You could have put rhymes in here, but you haven't bothered."
Drexel, I've got big news.
Oh, big news! Is
Big
it about
news.
me? Have you got me a gift? What is it? Is it a hen? Have you bought me a lovely hen? Laying eggs for my brekkie.
Yes, the big news is that the clone who isn't allowed to leave this room has bought you a hen. Well guessed.
No.
Well, thank goodness, because again, David, we're only allowed to eat slurry. If you give me a hen and I've got contraband eggs, that'll put me in danger. That's not a gift, David. That's a threat.
Well, I haven't done that.
Good.
Look, Imogen has just
Why are
told
you
me.
whispering?
'Cause
There's no one else in here, David.
Fine, okay, well, Imogen has just told me that there are more clones on this station than there are citizen employees.
Yes.
So, clones outnumber citizen employees.
As do shoes. What's your point?
Look, see that table?
Yes, with the crush marks in it from where you've grabbed it to
Yeah,
demonstrate your immense strength. Oh, okay, yeah, now you smashed it. Yeah, okay.
So?
All right, you're a strong clone. What do you want? What do you want? A cookie?
What? No,
You're not allowed one, David. You're only allowed slurry. We always come back to this.
Yes, no, sure. But, so there are more clones than citizen employees.
Yes.
I'm a clone,
Yes.
and I did that.
Yes.
What if more clones can do that, and then we ask really nicely that you don't blend us so much?
David, if you're going to start a clone war, you're going to have to pay a lot of royalties.
To who?
The Department of War. You can't start a war without paying the tithe.
Okay, well, fine. So we'll start a clone war. We'll pay the tithe to the War Department.
But that's that's a department run by Stella Firma, David. You're going to alert them, being like, "Hey, could I have the war tithe?" And like on the line where it says who you're declaring war against, you write Stella Firma, and then
you've got
who's doing the war, you write clone.
Oh, well, in which case we'll just do the war, and we won't pay the royalties.
Oh, so you don't care about process and paperwork now? All the hard times you've given me about my maverick attitude, and it turns out that you're the maverick, David. You're the clone war loving maverick.
To be fair, that would be quite hypocritical.
And anyway, it'll never work.
Why?
Because clones are rubbish.
What? How dare you? I'm not
Weak-willed,
rubbish.
floppy,
Hey.
stupid.
Hey.
You ever met another clone, David?
Well, no.
No,
but...
you haven't. So how do you know they're all like you? You're an aberration, a weirdo.
What up? There's gotta... But there's
You're
gotta
the
be...
only clone that's survived in my company for more than a few days. And why do you
Look-
think that is, David? Because
What?
the other clones do exactly what they're told, and that's great. But you just do other things, and for some reason that means you're alive. I haven't worked it out, but I'm very cross about it.
What? No, but there must be others.
Why? Why
or
must
I
there
can-
be, David?
Well,
Why?
Because
you want it to be the case?
Well-
Because you'd really hope to start a clone? Is it because you want to be a clone leader of a clone revolution and you can wear a big clone revolutionary hat with all these points on it and then have a sword and point and say, "Onward, clones!" When actually, all the other clones are crap. It's a pipe dream, David. A sad pipe dream.
Dream crushing detected. Security despondent.
Let's not worry about that, I guess, then, if you're not going to be... Fine.
Let's not worry about the thing that completely contradicts your plan. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Because let's not think about it, because David can't accept his reality.
Okay.
How is Time Bots going, by the way?
Look, we have...
Have you got a pilot?
Approximately around about 15 minutes to get this brief in.
Yeah, but I'd just like to hit just a quick outline of the pilot of the first episode.
No, because you're not interested. You're not interested in my extracurriculars. So
David,
fine.
Are you withholding your script for Time Bots because I said clones were rubbish and it would be a bad revolution?
Look,
are you petty?
I think. Oh look!
Release the files, David.
No. Oh look! Here's the brief. Oh look! It's from Antoinette-Marie. She is external, seeking wisdom, and she's writing to us from the Happy Earth Zoo.
Oh, that's new. Have you seen the adverts?
No.
Come here, there's a zoo. It's the Happy Earth Zoo. Bad advert. I don't know what they were doing. There's like just one note in it. And it's just flashing different images of animals and just like words.
Fine, yeah.
And they want marketing advice, I assume. Right. They should replace that theme tune with this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Da 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 da. No, no, no. Da 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 da. Those animals don't exist anymore. How can you have a goat and a horse? Happy Earth Zoo. Happy Earth Zoo bringing extinct animals to you. Happy Zoo.
No, that theme tune's stupid and it'll never work. Anyway, Happy Earth Zoo consists in recreating extinct Earth animals from a long time ago and put them in a sort of zoo/museum where people can have a full Earth experience.
Is there a petting zoo there? Because you're very petty.
We try to recreate the animals based on a few ancient documents. The problem is we don't really know which animals were dangerous, and some people have been eaten since the zoo first opened 1 week ago.
Okay, that's a quick opening to eating ratio. Normally with our things, it's like 2 or 3 months before something bursts out of the floor like a giant sandworm.
All hail Herbertramus Rex.
Yes, what a stupid thing to happen. It'll never work. I would really like your advice on how to not be arrested and also how to know which animals can eat people. Thanks.
Well, I can help with one of those. How to not be arrested. I am the not being arrested king. I am emperor of an empire known as Not Enough Evidence, Your Honor.
Right.
Burn it down.
The whole...
You can't prosecute what's on fire.
The whole zoo?
Burn it down. What's that? You've opened a zoo and people have been eaten? Burn it down. Do not let people out first. Those are witnesses.
That's a stupid plan. It'll never work.
David, are you going to do this to everything I say for the entire day?
Well, I will if they're stupid plans that will never work. The point is, Antoinette-Marie owns the Happy Earth Zoo, so if she burns it down, she doesn't have the Happy Earth Zoo anymore.
Has she got insurance? That's the point of insurance. You get it just before things mysteriously burn down because you burnt them.
This is exactly why we blacklisted Trexel from getting insurance. It's a genuine safety concern.
Well, no, the specific reason it's a stupid plan and it'll never work is because it sounds like Antoinette-Marie wants to keep the Happy Earth Zoo open.
Well, I mean, there's two things here. There's not going to prison, and then there's keeping your zoo open. And they are diametrically opposed because your zoo is eating people.
Oh, so...
Unless they sign a disclaimer that says, hey, jump on my legs!
Right, well, I was about to say it's a stupid plan and it'll never work, but actually making them sign a disclaimer is probably a good...
Disclaimers solve everything. Now, the thing you've got to worry about is claimers. Sometimes you're signing things, and then it's like, hey, you're responsible for deaths that weren't actually your fault. And you're like, no, I've signed a claimer. A disclaimer, on the other hand, that's your friend. You got to get them into every contract, David. When you're ordering food at a bar... Yes. Because they're doing some food because you've drunk so much. And they're bringing over your plate of hot steaming slurry. And they're like, can you sign the receipt? And then you give them a large contract that says they're responsible for all your past debts. And you're like, yeah, I can, but only if you sign this. And they're like, well, I'm busy. There are other orders. Sign it. Oh, no, they've signed a claimer. And now that barmaid is responsible for a lot of debt. Oh, so much debt.
Oh.
I think we may have gone off topic.
What were we talking about?
The Happy Earth Zoo.
Oh, yes. So, prison-wise, don't worry about it. Now,
okay,
there
fine.
is the other thing of it's very, very difficult to sort out all of these forms again and again and again, and it's very boring, David. I don't like doing it, so sometimes I just run away. But if you're in a zoo and you can't just run away, it's a place that people know where it is. So, the other point is trying to work out which animals are the chompers, which animals are the huggers, and which animals hug you and then chomp you, because there's a Venn diagram central bit there that contains a cuddle and then murder.
Right.
So how do you know? Especially when you're dealing with old Earth animals. Well, you don't really know much about them. You don't really know much about them, David. What do I do this? It's hard to say.
Okay, well, how do you work it out?
Okay, well, first of all, face. Does it have big teeth?
Okay,
If
yes.
there's big chompers in the mouth gap, then it's probably time to run away. Have they got them in cages, or are they all just wandering about? This is something I didn't ask. Is this like a big open safari situation, or is this sort of like, the box kind? It's like a whole Earth zoo, so you'd think it'd be pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of unspecified. They say that where people can have a full Earth experience. So I guess it depends if on Earth did they keep the animals.
Some of them.
Right.
Some of them. And increasingly small numbers were they allowed outside into the general world, unless they were delicious, in which case there were loads of them. In fact, more than there should be. It's kind of the reason the Earth died. It's complicated, David, and it involves a lot of beef.
Some people claim that the beef death of the universe is inevitable, mostly when they are hungry.
Right. So they've made a lot of beef animals.
Yes. And then they basically farted themselves into extinction. But no, there were other animals just wandering around.
Okay.
Like you'd be in a forest and bang, lion eats your face.
So were the beef animals dangerous? Is that the problem? That they've been making too many?
No, the beef animals weren't actively dangerous. They were just really stupid. So sometimes they'd kill you by accident because they thought you were an evil bush.
Right, so...
Or like you'd wave and they'd be like, oh no! And then they'd kick you in the face. Or squish you with their big round sides. Cows are dicks.
So they're Okay, so the beef animals are cows.
Sorry, did I not specify that? Or like a beef blimp. Meat lumpers.
Right.
Mobile dinner hogs.
Okay.
We think these are all things we found on something called Redite.
Okay.
We just downloaded the whole thing. They would call it. They'd be like, "Oh, this is a snake." Oh, isn't it a long, scary rope? They'd just be like laughing, and that's not funny. Snakes are dangerous.
I suppose they were, especially if they're in a happy Earth zoo and just kind of roaming about eating people. Can snakes eat people?
Oh yes, depending on the size of the snake and the level of its unhingeable jaw.
They have unhingeable jaws.
Oh yes, well some of them. I mean, not all of them. There was more than one snake, which seems confusing. Like, if you're designing animals and you're like, okay, this one's long and bitey at one end. Also, there's bloody loads of them. Like, loads of different types. Some of them squish you with their bodies, some of them bite you with their poison faces. Some of them are fine and pets for some reason. This one's got a rattle on the end of it. Why? No one can say.
For keeping babies calm?
Could be. Give a baby a snake and see what happens.
Maybe it gets eaten.
Could be a lawsuit.
Maybe it gets sleepy.
First thing we've done is we've established that there should not be a snake crash at this Happy Earth zoo.
Unless there should be.
Unless there should be, but we don't know. Because we don't know what kind of snake it is. We're going round in circles, David. I can feel we're circling the drain.
A literal Ouroboros.
Right.
We need to establish a set of criteria by which they can evaluate each animal and decide if it's a yes or a no in terms of whether or not it eats people. So let's go down the list. We've already done one, David. Has it got big teeth? If it has, just put it out of your mind. Don't worry. Don't keep this animal around, because those big teeth are for things.
What if it's just a really big animal, and relative to the animal, the teeth aren't big, but relative to us, the teeth are big?
Yes, but you fall into another trap there, David. If an animal's too big, it'll kill you by accident just because it doesn't know you're there. So if it's so big that it's got big teeth anyway, also no.
Okay, so small teeth has to be smaller than your average-sized Trexel.
Trexel size, let's put it on the Trexel scale. If it's more than one Trexel, then be careful. If it's got big teeth, absolutely not.
0.9 Trexels maximum.
Yes.
No big teeth.
Now, is it full of poison? It's key that you check this, David. If something is full of poison, it wants to put that poison into things.
Arguably, this would make Trexel ineligible for preservation. I fully endorse this system.
Hang on a minute. So I thought, but poison's only dangerous if you eat it.
Not unless they inject the poison into your veins. And then it's called something else. It's called, oh no, I'm dying! It's a weird name, but there it is.
Right, so either it's poisonous or it's, oh no, I'm dying-anous?
Exactly, because it's injected right into the red stuff.
Okay, so if it's an oh no, I'm dying-anous animal, that's bad.
Now, does it have big lovely eyes? If it does, it's fine. Keep it in. Nothing with big lovely eyes is ever going to hurt
What
you.
if it's got big lovely eyes and also big teeth?
Good point. And what if it's got big lovely eyes, medium teeth, but is also quite big and might sit on you? In that case, keep it, but keep a long stick with you so you can jab it away.
Right, so we have to give all guests a long stick as well.
Oh yes, sorry, did I not mention this? On Earth, everybody had a big 8-foot stick to keep things away they didn't want. You know, like aeroplanes or stale sandwiches or maybe the concept of ennui.
Okay, so everyone gets a big stick.
Everyone gets a big stick. Hey, welcome to the Happy Earth Zoo. Here's your very long stick.
Yep.
Also, don't look in that house. The house of dangerous animals. That's just, for disposal reasons.
Yeah, shouldn't we... Why have a house? Shouldn't they just be, thrown into a big pit or something?
Okay, David, let's just look at the optics of this. You've created a load of animals.
Yes.
Just sort of at random from old documents without checking much.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them turn out to be dangerous to people.
Yes.
And so you stick them all in a big pit where the children can see and hear the screaming and deathly results. Is that what you want, David?
You could build a roof over the pit.
Oh, so out of sight, out of mind. That's I didn't realise you were so cruel to animals, David.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jackson, if we want to get on our high dinner hogs about this, then how many of your planets have blown up?
I mean, most of them.
And how many of them had, beings on them?
Most of them.
Okay, and how many beings were there on average? We're talking millions, aren't we?
Easily.
Okay, so that means that you, personally, have caused the deaths of tens of millions of beings.
Yes.
And you're getting on my back about putting some dangerous animals, which have eaten people...
Absolutely.
...in a pit.
Because again, David, you're forgetting it's about optics and scale. If you cause the death of that many people, it's just like, whoa, I can't even conceptualize this. Maybe they're Napoleon or something and it's fine. If you kill one beautiful-eyed dinner hog and a single tear runs down a child's cheek, you are cancelled, my friend.
Please stop taking advice from historical murderers. It is a bad look.
Who's Napoleon and what did they do?
Oh, Napoleon was this tiny little boy who found out a way of turning lives into currency and then was like, I spend lives every day. I've got a big pointy hat. And then the earth ended.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit like how, clones their lives are being spent.
Yes.
By FIRMA.
Except that animals are worth something and clones are weak-willed milksop beings of no value.
Okay.
You see the difference, David?
Just gonna...
You try and kill a dinner hog and it fights back. You try and kill a clone and it goes, okay, I'm sorry I couldn't be more help. It's sad, David. It's really sad. I don't even like doing it. And I'm not nice.
Unrelated to anything, if we just want to pay attention to the remains of this table.
Okay, so... okay, David. We don't have more tables,
I know, that's why I'm using the broken one.
No, but you've destroyed our backup table now. What if something happens to this table? What are we going to do? Work on the floor, cross-legged, crisscross applesauce? No. Maybe I'll stand and point. Maybe you lie on the floor, but with your legs in the air like you're at a slumber party, and you're writing the brief with crayon, and I'm leaning up in the corner all cool, with sunglasses and a cigarette that I light and then realise I don't smoke cigarettes and flick into a corner and start a small fire, and then we fight the fire, and it's dangerous, but we bond over it. And then later we're walking out in the moonlight, and I say, it's here to eternity, baby, and you turn round to me and say, Clark, because I'm dreaming. It's a dream, David. You're not allowed out of this room.
So if I break this table, you're going to immediately fall asleep and dream a dream?
Dream a dream of you. So, you're welcome.
Okay.
It's like putting a blanket over the cage of an awful bird.
Come on, David, we'll go up to Make-em-Up's Canyon and look at the stars. Let me back in the house, Daddy.
Oh, he's almost cute.
Kill you. I'll kill you for loving me, Bethan.
Okay, that. Yep.
I made you a cake. The cake is full of regret.
Very introspective when he's asleep. I guess that's where it all goes.
Is there any chance this could stop?
Weak-willed milksop. Applesauce. I'll show him applesauce. I'll cross his legs behind his own head and then make him eat his knees.
I was nowhere near at the time. Did I drop off there, David? Oh, what's happened to the second table?
Oh, you smashed it.
Did I?
Yeah, you fell asleep and fell on it, and it broke.
Gosh, I'm strong. Well, it turns out I'm going to have to lean up against this wall for the rest of this. Oh, that opened something. Hang on, I'll lean up against this section of wall. Is there any part of this wall that doesn't deploy a function of some kind?
Only if you don't want it to. If you're trying to find something, then nothing does anything.
Is this room razzing me? Is this a razz room? Am I getting razzed by this room? hang on a minute. Okay, well, this panel did deploy a third backup table, so convene around this smaller table now?
Yeah, I'll just push the other table sort of into the corner.
I'll just drag the chairs over it. The table is sort of smaller and the chairs are too big, so I feel like a child.
Well, I feel like a sort of giant.
I miss the old tables before they were smashed by my proud and hefty
Yeah, I'm
form.
just going to bend down here to write the rest of that. Oh, that is just slightly too low to be comfortable.
But anyway, so what's our Venn diagram looking like so far? So big, no. Teeth,
Yep.
no. Full of poison, get it out of here. That's
full
most of it,
full
isn't
of
it, though?
no. Oh no, if they're I'm diagnosed as well. You can't have that.
Exactly. All of
Big,
it.
but big
None of
eyes,
that.
fine.
Lovely, good, love 'em, tasty. Does it sound nice?
Well, what sounds nice? So, would you say a sort of dinner hog? Is that nice?
Yeah, it makes sort of like a rhythmic squealing noise, and also smells great when it gets too hot, so that's
Okay,
fine.
snakes?
Also, nice birds, not snakes, full of poison. Or too hefty because of their crushing
Okay,
bodies.
okay.
Again, that's how it works. That's how the flow diagram works. So basically, you've got dogs and the ones that you can eat, and also some birds. Everything else, get rid. Also, no bugs, because they're icky.
What about polar bears?
Polar bears? Murderous. Murderous.
What about accountants?
Murderous! Have you met an accountant? Well, the only accountants I've ever met are also polar bears, so it's hard to say whether or not their giant claws are a polar bear thing or an accountancy thing.
We have accountants, Trexel. They just hide from you.
But why take the risk?
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so dogs, animals that you want to eat, unless they're dangerous, of course. You've got to run through it, because what if the dogs have knives strapped to them?
That's fine. That's just an accoutrement. That's not the dog's fault.
Okay, so
The
the
dog
animals
didn't want this.
The animals can accessorise.
The animals can accessorize.
Okay, accessories allowed. Give everyone a big stick, and
Yep.
compromise. If you find an animal that wants to eat you, poke it with your big stick into a hole. Don't put it down the hole before it tries to eat you.
Yes, and it could just be an individual hole. We just dig loads of holes everywhere.
Okay.
Animal holes.
Safety holes, just in case.
We call them safety holes, David.
Safety holes,
We
yeah.
put a lovely sign around them saying, safety hole, here for your protection.
Okay, I
Jab it in.
think that's enough. I mean, the room's.
It's hard to jab
Weird.
birds out the sky, but if you really want it, you'll find out where.
Well, if it's coming at
No,
you.
you're right, David. The room's doing a thing. Put it in the. Put it in the.
Right, yeah. All right.
Submitting.
There we go. Wonderful. Perfect. I look forward to visiting the Happy Earth Zoo next time I get a small employee sojourn, or just decide to leave because I'm bored.
Great. Fine. Well, good. Well.
And I hope you'll not think any more about that silly clone revolution, David.
Oh yeah, no.
it's
now,
a bad plan.
Fine. Now your business is concluded. Then please leave, and you can take the table that you broke with you. So here is one bit, and here is another.
Yo, okay. And David, I don't want you to think that I'm just totally not on board with, us surviving. Yeah, I get it, we've got to do something, but I just really do, at the bottom of my heart, think the clones are so rubbish that this is a bad plan. That's all I'm saying.
Well, noted.
Okay. You're saying noted in a way that suggests to me that you're not noting it all that seriously.
No. Tid.
Good enough for me. I'm gonna go rebuild this table and then eat a dinner off of it. Bye-bye.
Bye. Clones. Weak. I'll show him stupid Geistman. Traxel. Stupid face.
You sure got him.
Stella Firma is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill Limited and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License. It was created by Tim Meredith and Ben Meredith and produced by Katie Seaton with executive producer Alexander J. Newall. In today's episode, Imogen was played by Imogen Harris. David Seven was played by Ben Meredith. Trexel Geisman was played by Tim Meredith. Editing was by Maddie Searle, with music by Samuel D.F. Jones and artwork by Annika Khan. Mastering by Jeffrey Niels Gardner. To subscribe, buy merchandise, or join our Discord server, visit rustyquill.com. Rate and review us online, tweet us at The Rusty Quill, join our Reddit community on r/rustyquill, visit us on Facebook, or email us via mail@rustyquill.com. May the board preserve and keep you.
Hi everyone, Alex here. I'd just like to take a moment to thank some of our patrons. Mahum Farhan, Snerful, Jordan J, Will Holmes-Roys, Cashi, For Reasons Unknown, Mila, MuddyHippy, Rokah, Allison M, Diana Raphael Cameron, Haunted Moon, Orionne, Tim, Grace Lang, Avi Critz, Pipe Zellin, Will Wouldn't It Be Nice, Casey, Kai, Beppa, Matt Stogner, Aallst, InsideAcesHead, Alexander Jiggles Newall, Mo Dooley, Juliet, Pastiche Candioli, Craig Dorman, Victoria Taylor, Badger Hat, Lewis Mack, Lydia Obershane, Red McKinley, Lindsay Bradford, Just Simple Gabby, Victory Storms, Urban Foraging, Morgan Gillespie, Shelby, Ashley Duarte, Diana Lopera, Chris Sanders, Jess, Hip Hop 101, Jay Schreiber, Dismas Novoa, Cold K, Seb. Thank you all. We really appreciate your support. If you'd like to join them, go to www.patreon.com/rustyquill and take a look at our rewards.